Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dilboy Field in Somerville. We're on almost a summer-like night. We're here for the 93rd annual Summer Recreation Citywide Track Meet. Hello, everybody. My name is Jack Connolly. I'm an Alderman at Large here in the city, and with me tonight is my co-host, the inimitable one and only Willie Medeiros. Welcome, Willie.
Thank you, Jack. You take it.
And we're here tonight. Willie and I are going to have a couple of questions for a colleague of mine, a longtime friend, and certainly a friend to all here in Somerville, City of Somerville Recreation Director Jim Halloran. Welcome, Jim.
Thanks, Jack. Nice to be here.
Well, I know Willie and myself have spent a lot of years here as part of the Recreation Track Meet, going way back when we probably even tried to compete a little bit years ago, but it must be a little bittersweet here tonight. You just moving over another department in being your last recreation track meet as the recreation director.
Thanks, Jack. Yeah, it is a little bittersweet. I think tonight will be a pretty good night. We have 200 kids registered for the track meet. Should be an exciting night, and as you always know, it's a lot of fun.
Willie, what do you think? Now, this has been something where we have noticed since the meet's been held down here at Dilboy, the way the meet is run with this track that would certify a world record is really a huge benefit to these young kids. What do you think?
I definitely think it's a great idea. I mean, I know when Jim started this, I was dead against it. I didn't want to see it change. But the change I like even better. Every year it gets better and better. But Jim, I'd like to ask you a question. You think you've achieved what you wanted to achieve?
Yeah, I think I achieved what I wanted to achieve. I think the recreation's a lot better than it was when I started, and we've implemented a lot of programs. We kind of had to make some adjustments with bringing back the track meet and making it as exciting when it was when we were younger. When there were a lot more kids. So yeah.
That was our baby picture. Jim, one quick question though. I've been on the commission for 6 years. So I know you're going to be happy. You don't have to look at my face no more. But we do have a little gift from your commissioners. They chipped in for your little gift, Jim. And they want you to hold that for 1 second. That ain't yours.
Oh, I thought I was getting the phone.
No. Just you're going to weights and measures, Jim. They bought you measuring cups. Then over the weekend, just study up hard. So come Monday, you'll be way ahead of everybody. Thank you, Jim. I want to thank you for being my friend for over 40 years. And I appreciate it. And good luck in the next job of yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Willie. I really appreciate that, and I do look forward to using this on my first job. But again, thanks both you guys. I just want to say one thing. And over the years, you guys have consistently been here, and that's important too. I think us and to the recreation. I mean that, Jack. And Jack, you've always been there. You've always for the kids. And you too, Willie. And that's probably, I think, the most important thing,
All right, Jimmy, thanks, God. I appreciate it, and we'll catch up with you later.
Well, I just want to say officially with my aldermanic cap on that it's been a pleasure. I've had the honor to serve with Jim as a member of the Board of Aldermen. I've had the chance to work with him as a recreation director, and certainly on behalf of all of us in city government, including the mayor and all my colleagues, we appreciate the energy, the effort, and the additional programs that have gone into effect, because it's made a huge difference in the lives of many kids around the city, and will continue to do so thanks to your efforts. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Go ahead, guys.
Wait, this is for real right now. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, kids. Mr. Hill, next. Okay. Go ahead, guys. Go. Thank you, guys. Gala, Tony works for the Recreation Department. Tony is going to be doing the shot put. First of all, you see your boss is leaving today. At the end of the month, do you have anything to say about Jim?
It's a sad time. Jimmy's leaving us.
Yep, it's real sad.
I've been here 2 years, and he's been great to work for.
Yep. Okay, can you tell us what actually happens over here?
This is a shot put. 7th and 8th graders right now. Looks like we have a couple.
Okay, can we take a couple of shots of that? Tony Gullah. Tony, can you introduce your helpers?
Well, first of all, this is Mateus Brigado. He was the indoor city champion in the shot put this year.
Indoor?
Okay, Mateus, say a few words for us.
Oh, my name is Mateus. I'm 14. I go to East Somerville, and I'm looking forward to play football next year.
Who are you going to play for? Him?
I'm playing
Here's
for
the
Discus.
game.
Somerville High School.
Somerville High School.
Yeah. All right, can you also, any other volunteers here with you?
You guys come on and introduce
Just
yourself.
introduce, come on.
My longest throw was
Look at me. Go ahead.
my longest throw was 30, 39, or 40.
This winter?
Yeah, the indoor. That was-
It was Gullah doing the tapes.
No, Carl Stauffer, the
And who else you
professional.
got?
This is Manny Santiago.
Manny Santiago.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Manny Santiago, and I'm here to volunteer and help out with the
We
middle school.
appreciate volunteering. I'm on the recreation.
Football player, Somerville High School.
Yes, sir.
I'm on the recreation commission. We need to help as much as we can get. And who else? You?
Shaquille Joseph.
Speak
Step
up.
up.
Shaquille Joseph,
Yeah.
ninth grade football player.
You a volunteer for the short put. And who are you?
Miguel Aguilar.
And what do you volunteer?
Yeah, I came down here to help.
Okay, guys, we appreciate it. George Capelli, which is the program director of the recreation department. And George, can you explain how we actually got to this point as far as the meet tonight?
Well, this is part of, now as you know, this is, I believe, seems like the 97th year, but as Mr. Halloran says. So
Yeah.
what we do is we're, the recreation department's working together with the school department in conjunction and doing programs, intramural programs. And it culminates to this last event. We do soccer, we do flag football and volleyball in the fall. In the winter we do boys and girls soccer, and in the spring we do girls and boys basketball. This is our last event. It's the citywide track meet for all the schools. And what the hope is that we have each individual school in Somerville competing against each other, and at the end, everybody meeting together as one Somerville family, one Highlander family.
Okay, and safety reason, how do the kids get here or how do they go home? Man?
Well, we have, we're very lucky that the YMCA lets us borrow one of their buses, and they pick up the kids and drop the kids off. We have monitors on each bus, and we also rent a bus, and we do half and they do half.
That's
So
great. One last question.
Yep.
Jim Halloran's leaving
No, yeah.
the end of this month. Any
sad
quick
day.
story? A sad day, good day,
It's
happy?
a sad day. So in all honesty, I was lucky enough to, when I landed here 7 years ago, to work with an amazing person. He showed me how to lead with compassion, lead with an iron fist if you need it, and most of all, I think what I've learned is his leadership and his management style and how to get things done. And you know what? I think it's too bad because he did so much for the kids and the people of the city of Somerville. He's a great man, and
Right.
I'm going to miss him. So.
Yeah, we're all gonna miss Jim. All right, George, we appreciate it, buddy. And what about the thing about Coco, the Wonder Dog?
Coco, the Wonder Dog, I keep telling Jimmy, he's gone, but Coco stays. If I have to.
well, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, Coco has to stay with me. That's
For
she's
you
my
people,
second
for
love
you
of my
people
life.
back at home, you don't know who Coco the Wonder Dog is. He's the one that works here, volunteer for nothing, chases all the geese, right? He's got a deer last
feet,
week.
yep.
When he gets a deer was down here,
Yeah, there was a
chased,
deer chasing a
and he chased the deer. Coco looked back, and Jimmy ran out there, through the fence, into his car, locked the doors, and that's the truth.
He did, yes. It's the first time Jimmy hopped the fence since 1962. So.
All right, George, thank you.
We're back now at the discus throw, and with me is Stanley Vieira, who's running the event here for the Recreation Department tonight's event. Stanley, the kids have, I understand, 2 throws each. Is that really what happens? Yeah.
A practice throw, then they have 2 throws each. Absolutely.
Okay, and we have competitors here from
Yeah,
looks like the Winter Hill.
Yeah, we have both the Winter Hill. We also have the East Somerville School, and we also have. Bear with me as I get my. Also the Argon School.
Genziano.
Yeah.
Genziano. Now, a lot of people are going to look at this javelin and know that it's not what they see on the Olympic TV stuff. This is for
Yes.
safety reasons, obviously, what grade school kids have to use, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. 5th and 6th grade, 7th and 8th grade. So we're using all the necessary precautions and safety measures. Absolutely.
Oh, good. Well, what we'll do is we'll be monitoring the event. We may come back to you to get some results and see how we go through the rest
Super.
of the night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stanley.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. And event director Stanley Vieira signals the start of the javelin throw. Each of the competitors will get 2 throws, obviously with the best throw. When there's our first throw. And that competitor was from the Winter Hill Community School. Viewers may notice the starter's pistol going off in the background as the disc javelin throw is underway. There are 50-yard dashes going on while the field events are going on. And there's the second throw by one of the female competitors for the Winter Hill. And that was the second throw by the Winter Hill competitor. And if I heard, we have a 42-foot throw by that Winter Hill competitor. Another Winter Hill competitor. And the second throw from Winter Hill School. The rec workers are measuring the distance of the throw. 32 feet, reports the rec volunteer. Second female from the Winter Hill School. Looks like we're going to have a few of the gentlemen from various schools. Looks like the, for those of you viewing, we're noticing the color. The Genziano School is yellow. The Brown School is blue. West Somerville Community School is teal. Kennedy School is green. East Somerville Community School is black. And the Winter Hill colors are red. Right now we have a throw from the Genziano School. That throw was a foul, according to event director Stanley Vieira. Genziano competitor going again. That's a legal throw. Uh, 36 feet 11, reports the recreation volunteer. Looks like an East Somerville throw, and that's a pretty long one. Looks like the best throw we've seen so far. "65 feet 5 inches," reports the rec volunteer. Best throw so far of the event. Another East Somerville throw. Good throw, but I don't think that quite had the distance of the previous throw. 67.5. No, he did get it. 67.5. And this will be the final throw for one of the Winter Hill competitors. And we heard that was a 35-foot throw. Another good throw from Winter Hill School. "57 feet 4 inches" was the measure. What school? What school are you from?
I go to Haley School.
Haley School. Okay, good. We'll want to make sure we give you a shout out. Here we go from the Somerville School. Not exactly classic form, but good strength and got him a little distance. Foul was called by Mr. Vieira. And there's a good throw. "59 feet was the length of that throw. Healy School thrower coming up. Healy School. "53 feet 6 inches was the distance on that throw. Another throw from the Genziano School. Not a long distance toss on that one. "42-1 on that throw.
Francisco, you're all done. Thanks, buddy.
Stan, can we get some results here based on what you have so far?
Right now we have, let's see here, we have Louis Angel in the lead at 67 feet 5 inches. And then we have Giovanni Cruz in second with 65 feet 5 inches.
From the East Somerville Community School, okay,
Yes.
yep.
And then in a third place, we have Brandon Lafitte from Winter Hill, 57 feet 7 inches. And then in fourth place, was our top 4 places, we have Momo Nazir from the Healy School, 56-1.
Excellent. And how about from the female side? Do we have a couple of ladies?
Absolutely. Right now in the lead, we have Alexandra Bokronis from Winter Hill, 50 feet 10 inches. It was a great throw. Melanie Baxter in second place at 42 even. And then Tiara Romero from Winter Hill at 32 feet 4 inches.
All right. And is that there going to be some more throws coming up?
Some more throws, yep, absolutely.
All right,
the
good.
young ladies have a couple more, and then we have a whole crew of more young men coming as well.
Very good, Mr. Vieira. Thanks so much.
Thank you
Nice
so
job.
much.
Thank you. We're on the track right now with Somerville High girls coach and Hall of Fame member Charlie O'Rourke. Charlie, welcome to the 93rd Somerville Recreation Track Meet.
This is great. I was at all 93.
You don't look like you had that opportunity, Charlie, but
Feels like
we'll
it
take.
was.
We've heard some very good news that you're going to be joined very soon by another one of your Somerville High cohorts. I understand that Coach Dave Dickerson is also to be inducted into the Coaches Hall of Fame.
He is this Sunday, June 8th at Lantana's at 2 p.m. He'll be inducted to the MSTCA, Mass State Track Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Well-deserved honor. And then, again, that's Sunday, and there's a little social for Mr. Dickerson. I don't know if I can mention that.
Well,
on Thursday
it
at
may
Daddy
very well-
Jones on in Magoon Square.
By the time this airs, it might be already over, but we'll
Okay.
be very safe to be able to say that there are not too many schools in the Commonwealth that have not one, but 2 Hall of Fame members
Well, let's
in
not
the state
forget
coaching.
George Scarpelli, Hall of Fame in the soccer, too. So Miss
Wow.
Veely's got a nice staff.
We are doing very well here in Somerville. And about the track meet here, Coach, what does this do to give you a preview of what's coming along with some of these these kids in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th grade? You get a preview of coming attractions?
It always gives us a look of what's coming up. Sometimes little brothers and sisters from the kids that have run, who are running, the 8th graders. We just saw that great kid in the hurdles that we knew about. He's a football player. He's probably going to run too. So it does give us a peek at what's out there and an introduction to track, which we hope they all do.
Well, I want to thank you for all your time and energy. You've been a mainstay here over the years. You and Coach Dickerson have been here year after year. Thanks for all your energy, your efforts, and we're going to miss Jim Hallen as rec director.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Listen, thank you again, Coach, and we'll be back with more from the track shortly. Coach O'Rourke is instructing these young men in their 1 lap around the track. It's 400 meters, 1 time around the track. Very typically, 3 or 4 kids will run out to a very early lead, only to fade as they get to the halfway point, and someone who's paced themselves usually picks up. Let's see if that comes through.
Then again, Jack, like I was saying last year, eventually these kids will come up to the high school, they have good instructors, good coaches. There'll be a big improvement in all their running style.
Now in the shot is Coach Dave Dickerson, the boys' coach at the high school. He will be the starter for the event and then about to be inducted Hall of Fame member.
Hall of Famer.
Just say set. When I say set, I'm waiting for everybody to be still. If people are moving around, I'm not going to shoot the gun. Runners, set.
And there they go, 1 time around the track.
I love this kind of race for these kids.
Now, as I said, Willie, you can see one kid takes a big lead. He's from the West Somerville Community School.
He's really flying.
He's got a big, long stride. Let's see if we can hold on to that. That's a heck of a stride.
They got to realize you got to save your strength.
He's coming up on the halfway point. That's the 200-meter mark just as they're making the turn around the pen. And he's that young gentleman from the West Somerville has held on. He's got a pretty long stride. If he can hang on to that, he's going to be a clear winner. And the Kennedy School is up. Here he comes.
I'm impressed by this kid a lot so far.
Well, he's got a great stride, and I think the coaches are very happy to see that he's got this kind of quickness. Let's listen for the time. But that's a pretty good lead. He's slowing down a little bit, but he's giving it everything he has.
Fantastic finish. Fantastic finish. I'm going to get here for an interview.
They're going to be picking 4 of these athletes who will advance. This was a preliminary run. The top 4 will move on and compete again later on. Heck of a run from the West Somerville Community School. That was 96 seconds. That was a very good run for someone at that age. Terrific run. That's just a little bit over a 6-minute per mile pace, Willie.
Beautiful.
We have over 200 kids from the schools competing, and we're going to miss outgoing rec director Jim Halloran. I know the Youth and Recreation Foundation has spent a lot of time and energy helping support some of the programs that Jim was able to initiate over the years.
Oh, absolutely. He did a wonderful job initiating all the activities. To come down and be able to see all the children involved in all the activities throughout the last few years has been absolutely outstanding. Jim's done a great job, promoting all of these events and getting all the youth of the city involved.
Well, Dave, you've grown up here in the city like I have, and I think you remember when this event used to be down at Trump Field and we'd be competing, running around on the dirt. What do you think that this Olympic-sized stadium means for the kids in Somerville?
Oh, it's just absolutely a dream for them. There's something they'll always remember as they grow up, and they'll have fond memories of the city of Somerville and all the activities that they were able to belong to here.
Well, Mr. President, thanks so much for all the energy for the Youth and Recreation Foundation, what you've been doing to help keep these recreation programs in force, and it's a delight to see you here tonight. Thank you.
All right, Alderman Connolly, pleasure.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Good to see you. Thank you. Up for the girls' 400-meter run, one time around the track. We don't have as many as the young men, but this should be interesting. 5 competitors, one time around the track.
I was watching the hurdles a couple of minutes ago. Like the girl that fell down, she got right up and stayed with it.
That's it. We have competitors here from the East Somerville, from the Winter Hill, 2 from the Healy, and we also have 1 here from the Brown School. Here we go.
Girls like to save their strength a little bit more than the boys, I think. But then again,
well, Coach Dickerson is instructing some of the young women to cut in and stay on that first lane. The farther out you go, in lane 2, the farther you have to go. There's already quite a distance that's opened up, Willie, from our vantage point as they go around the pen, just about the halfway point right now.
good to see Charlie back.
Oh, absolutely.
This thing will move right along.
Well, and we have a commanding lead here right now as we see the one of the young women from the Healy School making the turn. Looks like she stayed completely ahead of the field. She's a little bit of a fade here, so we may have a run at the finish.
Oh, good job.
Hi, say Jim.
There they come.
And it looks like, yep, I think we're going to see a first place runner going to be overtaken by one of her teammates from the Healy.
Yep,
there you go.
There he goes.
Went out a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to have a fairly easy finish for one of the folks.
She won't get the third one. Oh.
They made it a little bit closer.
But I give more credit, Jack, to the poor girl that's in last place here. Does not give up. Well, that's what I love to see more than anything.
Now everybody's running all the way through.
We don't like quitters, right?
Well, and the coaches are instructing the young women to stay in that first lane because it's the shortest distance around.
Common sense, right.
They'll find that out as they get on in competition, and as Coach O'Rourke said to us earlier, it gives them a good chance to see what might be coming along in years to come. At the 93rd annual rec track meet, I don't think we ever thought we'd ever see the day when we were competing as kids to be at a world-class facility like this.
Yeah, it's great, beautiful night. We just had a great 7th and 8th grade boys competition. We had the bar set pretty high, so night's off to a good start.
We're here at the jump pit right now. Jim Katsuba and Rich Liberatore, who have given much to the city over the years in various sports program, running this event here tonight. So, Jim, could you tell the viewers just how many attempts that these young athletes get, and ultimately what it comes down to win this competition?
Each participant will have 2 jumps at each height. If they miss the first, they still get the second. And then what we do is after each height is cleared and we've run through the rotation, we raise the bar 2 inches each time.
All right, until somebody finally can't make it, and then ultimately that'll be the
until
winner.
there's one boy or girl left standing, so to speak.
All right, and how many competitors do we have here tonight?
I'm not sure what the total list, but we just had 5 7th and 8th grade boys, and we're just getting started with the 7th and 8th grade girls.
And what are the 7th, 8th grade boys? What kind of heights do they typically attempt, and how many people tend to clear those?
We had three boys go over 5 feet, which is pretty good, and the winning height was 5'2".
How about with the girls? What are we looking for in terms of the girls for their usual jumps?
Well, it's hard to say. I know a few years ago, I remember Nicole Jannard, who was a great track athlete at the high school. She was up there with the boys' heights. She was fantastic. But I would say I would look for 4.5 feet, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, Nicole Gerard's over at Northeastern now doing great things, and I believe has won some New England competitions, so wasn't surprising.
You could see the athletic ability. We saw it first right here. You can see it. You can see it right here.
Jim Katsuba, Rich Liberatore, thanks for all you're doing. Thank you.
Jack.
Right,
Thank
you bet.
Have a good night.
A lot of the viewers may recall that up until the mid-'60s, the preferred way was to straddle jump and have one foot go over and then turn over. Back in the 70s, a guy by the name of Dick Fosbury completely changed the style of high jumping and approached the bar and then backwards leaped up and over head first so that his torso and feet followed, and it basically revolutionized the sport. There's a perfect example of the what was called and is known as the Fosbury flop. That athlete was competing from the Brown School. And that West Somerville Community School jumper just could not quite get over the bar. And this jumper is going to get one more attempt. And just not enough to get over. Meet official Rich Liberatore and Jim Katsuba reported that bar was set at 4 feet. We're back here at the long jump pit, and I'm joined by longtime credit union employee and Somerville Recreation volunteer and big fan Charlie Mccarthy. Charlie, welcome.
Glad to be here again, Jack. Glad to be here. Yep.
Charlie, isn't this a great night, and what a great place for the youth of the city here to be able to compete. You and I remember the old Trum Field competition, and what a huge improvement this has been for all the young people here in Somerville.
Oh, the Dilboy Park, it's fantastic, this track. Yeah, just can't compare to anything else in the city.
Well, and this also, technically, these are all built to Olympic standards, and these tracks could certify a world record if that type of competition ever occurred here, Charlie. Now, from your point of view here, watching the long jump, I see all the schools have a pretty good selection of young athletes. What age group have we got going here now? Are you aware?
I'm not sure what grade that this is. I think it's 5th and 6th.
It looks like from the size of the kids, it looks to be about that. And are they just using this one pit right now, as far as you know? Or?
Just one pit right now. They're trying to get enough equipment, measuring tapes and so forth. If they can get another one, then they'll set up a second pit.
Good. Well,
so that'll help things move a lot faster. So.
But overall, Charlie, the meet is going well here this evening, and we're pretty impressed. According to the rec people, there's over 200 young athletes competing from schools all over the city here tonight on what is just almost a perfect evening for competing. No wind, no humidity. What a great night here.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for the runners and for the jumpers both. Yeah, terrific.
And as we're watching now, you can see some of the rec volunteers measuring the jump. Very simply, the athletes have a chance to run along, and they have a point where they must jump off, and then the point where their body lands in the pit is where the measure is taking from. You can see one of the athletes from the East Somerville Community School had a fairly short jump, but a lot of these athletes are only doing this really for the first few times in their careers, and this is simply just an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the event and to meet people from around the city.
Right, and get a little experience, yeah. and pick up a few pointers.
Well, that's we talked to the coaches earlier tonight. Both Coach O'Rourke, the Somerville High girls coach, and Coach Dave Dickerson, soon to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, about how important this meet is from their point of view to see some of these young athletes, particularly some of them who've had older brothers and sisters who've gone through the high school program, and what it means to them to get a preview of what might be coming along in the younger grades, and that just a good idea to know that there might be some particularly good athletes coming through that they'll benefit from their wisdom and experience, because we've had quite a program over the years.
Yes, definitely. And they have a great boys and girls program up Somerville High, the track program. And a lot of those boys and girls started here in the recreation track.
We've seen kids, Charlie, as you're well aware, have gone on not only to be very good high school athletes, but we've had some Division I All-America athletes, and we've had some national champion high school athletes come out of this track meet over the years. So this is a very important development for the kids, and just a great night for parents to see the kids competing, some for the first time.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's mostly to have a fun night for the kids, and yeah, it's all abilities and all talent levels, can compete.
Charlie, we thank you for all your time and energy helping out over the years. You've been a great volunteer and assist to the city in the recreation track meet and the rec program in general. So thanks for all your energy, Charlie.
I wouldn't miss any of the track meets if I can possibly help it.
Nice job, Charlie. Thank you. You bet. Right now, the gentleman with the clipboard that you're watching, Mr. Mike Hogan, is the event coordinator here for the recreation department. He's lining up the young athletes, getting them ready so that the next competitor can get ready to attempt their jump. Rec volunteers are ready to mark the spot and report the results back to Mr. Hogan. And looks like we had a competitor from the Brown School wearing the blue shirt. And there's another athlete from the Brown School, and that was Unique Land, feet straight up. And it looks like we have a Healy School competitor at the moment. Not a bad little jump, but the hands were behind her, which may cost her a few inches. You may note some of the athletes running away from the event. All these athletes, many are competing in multiple events, some in these field events, some in the running events and relays, so there are quite a bit of activity, people running to and from these various events. Some of these young athletes will sleep very well tonight. Winter Hill athlete hitting the long jump pit. Another Winter Hill jumper. That's it, good form, leaning forward. I believe I heard that was 9 feet 5 inches. I'm going to see if I can get Mike for just a minute. Mike, see if I can get him to come up.
Oh, nice jump.
Mike, can I get you to make a quick comment when you get a second? Kogan with the clipboard is arranging for the young athletes to take their jump, and they're compiling all the records of the attempts that the athletes have, with obviously the longest jump winning this portion of the meet. It was a pretty good jump for a young woman from the East Somerville Community School. It looks like we have a pretty good representation of East Somerville kids. Here comes another one from East Somerville. Didn't get much of a jump, more like a running stride on that one. Here we go, another good event jump for the East Somerville contestant. I believe I heard the volunteer mentioning that was 11 foot on that jump. Yeah, it looked like a pretty good one also. And another Winter Hill competitor coming up here in the long jump. And it looks like we have a West Somerville Community School jumper. Nice jump. We've just concluded what were the 5th and 6th grade competitors. 7th and 8th grade competition will be coming along shortly. We're back with Tim O'Keefe, phys ed director for the Somerville schools and a native suburban and someone who's seen the growth of recreation programs under Rec Director Jim Halloran. Tim, what do you think on a beautiful summer-like night here down at Dilboy Field? We've got something special going on.
Oh, it doesn't get any better than this. It's kind of like a celebration of the year. All the kids are showing what they've learned through the course of the year in the schools and their physical education class. And it's a great partnership we have with the schools and the recreation department to continue this long tradition of a track meet that's been going on in Somerville.
Well, Tim, I think many of us who competed years ago at Trump Field on the grass are pretty impressed with this Olympic track here at Dilboy, which has certainly helped the competition and helped the coaches see athletes potentially in the wings for maybe a good high school career.
Oh, it's a long way from Trump Field. I can remember running on just dirt at Trump Field with no grass, and the kids have a great opportunity to run in a state-of-the-art facility, and they love it, especially when the lights go on at night and they get to run with the lights on. So it's a big thrill for the kids too.
And how does this work out now? I see a pretty healthy attitude amongst all the different schools here. All the kids seem to be getting along pretty well. Some good-natured fun here. I think it's really pretty healthy to see the schools now competing and not the playgrounds as we grew up with.
Yeah, again, it's that great partnership that we have. We've been able to work with Jim Halloran with the Recreation Department to develop that cooperative work that we do between the schools and the recreation. And the kids, it's good competition, but at the end of the race, they shake each other's hand and they go on to the next activity.
Well, we're pretty impressed with all the work that you guys have been doing improving physical activity, not just for young athletes, but for the school population in general. The city's been pretty well recognized around the country for major improvements in physical activity, and I know you're a large part of that, and it looks like you're still staying in pretty good shape as well.
I'm trying to, but we're always trying to tell the kids to be physically active, play hard, eat smart, find some kind of activity that they really love to be involved in and keep up with that. And today actually was a great day. We've been here all day. This morning we had the Special Olympics from 9 to 1 o'clock, and we couldn't have asked for better results and a better day for that too. So it's been great today.
Well, Tim O'Keefe, thank you from this, for all your efforts on behalf of the Somerville schools and for the great example and leadership you show moving around as much as you do and staying in as good shape yourself. Nice job, Tim. Thank you. We're back now on the track where we have a dash event. That's a 50-yard dash, 50-meter dash, I should say. Oh, man. These are 7th and 8th grade boys. 7th and 8th grade boys, 100-meter dash. Unofficially, just shy of 14 seconds. And that athlete, apparently from the West Somerville Community School, have another 100-meter dash coming along now. These particular heats are being conducted, and the top either 2 or 3 finishers in each heat are selected, and they'll compete again in a subsequent dash. Next 100-meter heat's about to start. Track's being cleared. There's the gun. Top 4 in this event will move on. Genziano, looks like the Healy School, West Somerville, and Winter Hill in that order. And Coach O'Rourke represents that this is a final event in the 100-meter dash. All right, we're getting ready for this final event in the 100-meter dash. They're off. And it looks like the Genziano School is going to take this one pretty comfortably. Looks like a Genziano, West Somerville Community School, Healy School, and I believe the Brown School in that order. That was a final, and we'll count for the various schools and the point total at the end. We have just been handed some results in the girls' 5th and 6th grade javelin. Kadisha Santiago Crump, first place. Najeen Iwa from the Healy School, second place. And Nicole Lasenda from Winter Hill finished first, second, and third. So Kadisha Santiago Crump from the Winter Hill was the event winner in the girls' 5th and 6th grade javelin throw. Some more results. The boys' 5th and 6th grade high jump. In first place in the Brown School, Luca Duclos Sarcello, 3 feet 8 inches. Second place, Omar Reyes from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. And Matthew White, 3rd place from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. That was the boys' 5th and 6th grade high jump.
Yeah, I can handle that. That's all.
So we'll keep those.
Come on, Tony, you can do it.
The 3rd and 4th grade girls 50-yard final in the dash was Ivire Iwa from the Healy School, 8.1 seconds. Second place, Catherine Yakomans from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. Third place, Rachel Solomon from the Healy School. Fourth place, Julie Karasoma from the Kennedy. That was the finish of the 100-meter dash, and we still have some more results here for the boys' 5th and 6th grade javelin. Lenz Picane from the Winter Hill threw 54 feet 2 inches. Kyle Lima from the Kennedy, 51 feet 11 inches. Leggero Kudo from the Genziano, 49 feet 8 inches. And in 4th place, Cole Lafee from the Winter Hill, 46 feet 1 inch. That was the boys' 5th and 6th grade javelin. And the more results from the 5th and 6th grade boys 400 meter one time around the track run. First place, Ronan Fitzgerald from the West Somerville Neighborhood School, 1 minute 12 seconds. Second place, Luca Duclos Orsello, 6th grade from the East Somerville with 1 minute 17 seconds. Third place, Reed Solomon from the 5th grade Healy School, 1 minute 18 seconds. Fourth place, Mayor's son Cosmo Curtatoni from the Kennedy School with 1 minute 18.9 seconds. Good job. From the recreation scorekeepers, 7th and 8th grade girls, the 800 meter final was Aislinn Canisteraro from the Healy in 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Catherine Alvarenga from the West Somerville Neighborhood School, 3 minutes 23 seconds. Elizabeth Figueroa from the East Somerville Community School, 3 minutes 36 seconds. And fourth place, Desi Pena from the East Somerville Community School, 3 minutes 37 seconds. That was 7th and 8th grade girls. While we're waiting for the next 100 meter dash, we still have some additional results. 5th and 6th grade girls, 400 meter one time around the track. Laura Serval from the 6th grade at the Healy School, 1 minute 17 seconds. Najira Iwa, 5th grade Healy, minute 17.9 seconds. And Ava Canistraro from the Brown, 1 minute 22 seconds. And Catherine Voladoro, 6th grade, Winter Hill, 1 minute 37.5 seconds. 5th and 6th grade girls. All right, before we go back to the results, we're getting ready for another 100 meter final, 100 meter final coming up. So 100 meter final coming up. We'll see if we can get a watch on this one. All right, Coach Dickerson is getting ready to shoot the gun. There's the signal for everybody to be ready on the track. And there's the gun. All right, here we go. It looks like we're gonna have a close run. And brown, blue, yellow, black. Unofficially just under 13 second. Looks like we have brown, blue, and black. So the Brown School, East Somerville Community School, and the Kennedy School had top finishes in that 100 meter run. And we have some more results. While we're waiting for the next event, 5th and 6th grade hurdles for the girls. the final winners for 5th and 6th grade girls hurdles. Lola Vera from the Healy School. Second place, Dane Pierre, East Somerville Community School. Jennifer Ocha, third place, East Somerville. And fourth place, Nicole Lacerda, Winter Hill Community School. The winning time for Lola Vera was 0.4 seconds. We're rating right now on results we have now for the 7th and 8th grade hurdles for the boys. Giovanni Pierre, East Somerville, 8.2 seconds. Giovanni Cruz from East Somerville, 9.0 seconds. Kavan Davis from East Somerville Community School, 9.4 seconds. And Jeffrey Liu from the Agenziano, 9.8 seconds. In the 5th and 6th grade hurdles, we have in the boys final, Thiago Nunez from the Winter Hill Community School, 11.3 seconds. Owen Shee from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. Elias Curran from the Healy School in third place, and Matthew White from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. 7th and 8th grade boys, 800 meters. Louis Angel, 2 minutes, 29 seconds from the Somerville. Alex Galdames from the Somerville, 229.4. Jonathan Cabral from the Agenziano, 233. And in fourth place, Robson De Silva, 239 for the boys 800-meter run. 7th and 8th grade boys javelin, Louis Angel, East Somerville, 67 feet, 0.5. Giovanni Cruz from East Somerville, second place, 65.7. Brandon Lafie from Winter Hill, 57.7. And we have Momo Mazzare from the Healy, 56.1 in the boys 7th and 8th grade javelin. And we're getting ready for the 100. I believe this is the boys final for the 7th and 8th grade. We're waiting that in the girls 5th and 6th grade high jump. First place from the Agenziano School, Kendra Green, 4.0 feet. Bridget Frazier, second from West Somerville Neighborhood School. Audrey Bocage, West Somerville Neighborhood School, third. And Vedrana Stady from the West Somerville Neighborhood School for the 5th and 6th grade high jump. In the girls 7th and 8th grade high jump, Catherine Alvarenga, 4 feet high, first place. Aislinn Canistero from the Healy School. Third place, Udine Felix from the Kennedy School. 7th and 8th grade girls high jump winners. All right, we're just about ready for the high 100-meter run. 100-meter run coming up. All right, we're going to get a watch on this one. All right, get ready for the gun. Guns up, guns up. Here we go. Here we go. Agenziano School. Nice run, nice run. Yellow, green, black. 12.5, very respectable run, very respectable run. And that young gentleman was from the Agenziano School, East Somerville Community School, second, and I believe the third place finisher was with the green shirt from the Kennedy School. Nice run. We still have some more results while the next event gets set up. 5th and 6th grade shot put. Yedson Felix from the Kennedy. Ben Boucher from the Healy. Lenaro Cantanago from the Agenziano School, and fourth place, Amit Singh from the Winter Hill Community School. And the 5th and 6th girls shot put, Vivian Santos, Winter Hill, first place. Second place, Michaela Fenton, Agenziano. Third place, Crippa Pavel, Winter Hill Community School. In fourth place, Kentra Green, Genziano School.
Thank you. Jack, we seem to be moving very quick tonight.
We're doing well here. We're in the another 100-meter dash. They're picking 4 from this group. Here we go. Good competitive run. It looks like the West Somerville Neighborhood School is going to win by Genziano, second place, and the Kennedy, third place in green. Just in between the dash events with Mike Hogan. Mike, 93 years the rec has been running this meet, and looks like you're doing a fine job with the long jump tonight. We have good, healthy competition tonight.
Yeah, it was great. The kids were very enthusiastic, and just like the old days back at Trump Field, it was a lot of fun to be on this end of it.
Well, we've had a lot of discussions about that so far tonight, Michael, because you and I remember competing in the dirt and the grass there. I think Dilboy Stadium with the Olympic-style track has gone a long way to help some of the young athletes work on the skills they're going to need for high school.
Oh, it sure is. This is just a fantastic facility. City's done a great job maintaining. I know, like the other parks and the skating rink and the pools, everything's great for the kids.
Well, great, because people like you put the time, energy to volunteer and help out as you've been doing for many years. And I know guys like Willie here have been mentioning tonight just how the same people are back time and time again, Willie, right?
You got it, Jack. You're right. But one quick thing, Mike. Do you have anything to say about Mr. Halloran?
Mr. Halloran's done a fine job. He's been a great boss, and I'm really sad to see him go. You can't have a better boss than Jimmy Halloran.
No, he put a lot of great programs in effect, and they're going to carry on, and that'll be the legacy here. He's not going too far. We'll find him.
That's right.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks,
Great job. Thank you.
Yeah, he's not going far.
And here we are with the dash event. Here we go, the Genziano School. And it looks like Genziano, Kennedy, and the East Somerville Community School. This is the third and fourth grade relay. Third and fourth grade. We got the third and fourth grade here, Willie. Third and fourth grade.
No clipboard? No, this time. You didn't run in the show? Yeah, of course. So he goes to the factory. Oh, here they come. Take your pick over here. Here we go.
There we go.
20 football players, Tony. 20 football players.
And it looks like the Healy School. Healy School is going to walk away with this one. We have the Winter Hill and the Kennedy School in third place. Healy, Winter Hill, and Kennedy School in that order.
You know that thing? You're going to read these yet, right?
Yeah, I can read those. Yep, there we go.
Oh, thanks, Elijah. Just save me about
8 years.
Okay. While we're waiting for the next event, the girls' third and fourth grade long jump in first place with a long jump of 8 feet 9 inches. Catherine Iacone from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. Jillian George from the Winter Hill, 8 feet 1 inch. Third place, Rachel Sullivan from the Healy. In fourth place, Caitlin Hardy in 7 feet 7 inches. That was the girls' third and fourth grade long jump. In the girls' 7th and 8th grade long jump with a winning jump of 12 feet 7 inches, Denise Umana. In second place, we have Leonora Coney, 12 feet 1 inch. Third place, Alexandra Putkina from the Winter Hill, 11 feet 10 inches. In fourth place, Tiara Romero from the Winter Hill, 11 feet 1 inch. All right, we have one more. I got him. I got him. In the long jump, 3rd and 4th grade boys, Theo Lanoff, 11 feet 8 inches. From number 2, Aiden Slattery, West Somerville, 11 feet 1 inch. Richie Gatkin from the Kennedy, 11 feet flat. And Jack Wolf from the Brown, 10 feet 6 inches. And that was in the 3rd and 4th grade long jump. Here we go. All right, we're getting ready for a boys relay event now. Boys relay event. It's Coach Dave Dickerson in the black shirt giving instructions to the group of relay runners about to go. We have 7 competitors in this particular run, 7 competitors, all with this staggered start in order to give everybody a equal start. You can see the stagger from first lane space all the way out to 7 is pretty significant. And there's the whistle, getting all the runners set. Assistant coach Charlie Tetch is in the blue shirt, helping out with the race. There's the gun for the relay.
Yeah, I can see the relay. The last race was only 3 participants. Is that correct, right?
Yeah, there were only 3 in that particular category. This one we have everybody. We have 7 competitors here in this event. This is going to get over quick, so we'll be able to do those results as soon as we get through here. There's a huge lead. The East Somerville Community School has a large lead here. This is a pretty tough handoff there, but there still seems to be a pretty good lead.
I got a bus full of the kids I got to drive home. I'm working.
And here's the final handoff on the 4x100 meter hurdle, relay, 4x100 meter relay. And we're going to have a close finish. And there we go. It looks like blue, black. So the Brown School followed by the East Somerville Community School. The results in the 100-meter dash finals for the girls. These are 5th and 6th grade results. Kentra Green from the Argenziano, 14.9 seconds. Second place, Emily Sutnet from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. Third place, Elena Thalput from the Healy. Fourth place, Jasmine Friedman from the Brown School. That's in the 5th and 6th grade 100-meter dash. There you go. In the girls' 3rd and 4th grade high jump, Willie, we have a Yeri Iwa, who was 3 feet 4 inches from the Healy. Sian Gamir from the Healy School, 3 feet flat. And Catherine Cortez, 3 feet even from the West Somerville Neighborhood School. And in the 5th and 6th grade 100-meter dash finals from the West Somerville Neighborhood School in 14.4 seconds, Tyler Sidney, second place from the Genziano School. Ladiego Kudo, 15.3 seconds. Third place, Owen Thompson from the Healy School, 15.7. And fourth place, Kent Green from the Agenziano in 15.1 second.
Only there.
There we go. All right, Lenny, we're getting ready for the next relay event. And it looks like I believe this is the 5th and 6th grade. 4x100 meter run. Each young woman is going to run 100 meters and hand off. Here we go. And here we go at the first pass. And already the Winter Hill School has a sizable lead. And it looks like the Healy School is picked up. I believe that's a maroon shirt. Yep, that's it. Looks like the Healy School is going to do a get out of there, get out of there, come on. And looks like a commanding win here, commanding. Healy School. Great run. Healy School, East Somerville. And the Winter Hill. Healy School, East Somerville, and the Winter Hill. All right, Coach Dickerson's getting ready to start this 4x100 boys relay. There it goes.
Green one is a wrap good.
Well, there's a good handoff. And the team from the Brown School's got a pretty good lead right now. And it looks like the East Somerville School is coming up in second place. Brown School looks like they've got the lead. And the Winter Hill is sneak up second place right now. And here we go. Here's the final. And it looks like we're going to have a very strong finish from the Brown School, followed by the Winter Hill. And in the blue, the West Somerville Community School, I'm sorry, was the first place finisher, followed by the Winter Hill and then the Brown School. Another 4x100 meter relay run. Gun is up. And we're off to a start. All 8 lanes were occupied for this run, all 8. We have a large lead from the first and second place and a battle for second, third, and fourth. Well, we got a pretty good view of the handoffs here, Willie, and it looks like the East Somerville, I believe that's in black. And we have a real good race for the final handoff. 3 young athletes close together. Here's the all-important handoff for the final 100. And it looks like we're going to have a runaway for the Kennedy School. And that's a heck of a run. Kennedy School by 10 strides. Healy School and East Somerville. There's the Winter Hill and there's the Agenziano.
I'd like to say, Wendy, I don't know if I'll be here next year, but it's been a pleasure to work for you for the recreation with you. So really appreciate it, but hopefully I won't forget. I'll be here with these kids. As long as they can use a volunteer anyway.
It's been a lot of fun. The night's gone by quickly on a perfect night here
Oh, real quick
in Doughboy
tonight.
Field in Somerville.
Yeah. Thanks again, Jack.
Great job, Willie. Well done. All right, guns up for this 4x100 meter run. And they're off. Yeah. Willie, we got a pretty good run here. We got a real good run. It was a real fast first and second leg, and let's see how well the exchange goes. A lot of these young athletes don't know that you can get a running start to pass off the baton.
Thank God, Jack, they have little stripes on the sneakers. I can't see nothing.
Well, let's see, coming down for the final pass. It looks like, I think that's going to be an East Somerville athlete. I believe so. Yep, that's East Somerville. East Somerville, followed by the West Somerville Community School. And then the Winter Hill right afterwards. But that was a heck of a run.
Is that the final one now? Cool, is that it?
Only 3 competitors in this one.
Well, that's your school there, right?
Yeah, Winter Hill. Yeah, he's been there for a while. Hey, we got a pretty good pass off. Baton pass off, Willie, in high school. The coaches really work hard at making sure the kids learn to run and then pass off. It's a technique that they'll certainly improve on. Some of these kids have some tremendously gifted speed. And again, it looks like, I believe this is an East Somerville athlete.
He's moving too.
And that is one heck of a stride. Ooh. And in the teal from the West Somerville, and then from the Winter Hill community in red. But that was a heck of a run for that first place kids from East Somerville.
Who do you think is winning the meet, would you say?
I think by sheer numbers, Winter Hill had won a lot of the high jumps and field events, so I think they're in pretty good shape. And I think the East Somerville is right there with them, so I think it's going to come down to a couple of these relay runs and who finished where. Jim Halloran from the Recreation is going to make the results of tonight's.
For the girls, first place is the Haley School. First place is the West Somerville Neighborhood School. And the overall winner in the final is for first is the West Somerville Neighborhood School with 142 points.
Who's got that? Congratulations.
Hey! Hey! Security, where's Goa? Hey, first of all, hey! Hey! Sportsmanship. First of all, hey, you all deserve a good hand. You had a great night tonight. All these, we're really proud of you. There's some great athletes up here. We're going to see some of the kids in the 7th and 8th grade. At Somerville High School, Mr. O'Rourke couldn't believe some of the kids that ran tonight. We all wish you the best.
But before we leave, I want everybody to listen. I want everybody to listen. Employees, volunteers, parents, if they can hear me, For the past 7 years that I've been at Recreation, and for the last 100 years here at Recreation, we've always had the #1 champion, the person who's been making sure that everything we do in the city for recreation, we do it for what's best for you boys and girls. Whether it's the Flag Football League, or whether it's soccer at Dillboy, or whether it's this race this night tonight. It's sad because the person who's in charge of all this will be leaving us. Tonight is his last event that he'll be hosting and running for Somerville Recreation. So before he leaves, I want to make sure we give him a nice round of applause, because I'm going to miss him and the city's going to miss him in this role, but he had to move on to a different position. That's Mr. Halloran, our superintendent. Hey! Hey! A Coke little underdog. All right. All right.
Hey, let me do some weight and measuring here.
Okay. All right, so. All right, instructors. All right, Casey.
Yeah, all done.
Thanks, Jim.
Hey, Jimmy, final thoughts. Great job.
No, it was fun. It was a good 12 years I've been here, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, yeah. I'd like to thank you. You're about really I know everybody talks about being at these events, but you're here all the time, and that's important. I really believe that.
Okay, it's been a lot of fun, Jimmy. Great job. Well
Thanks,
done. Be
Jack.
seeing you along the way. Thank you, Willie. Great
Jack,
job. Nice job
I
tonight.
appreciate
Well
it,
done.
buddy. Thank you, Mr. Halloran. Thank you.